Trouble in space this morning as the International Space Crew attempted a spacewalk outside the station. Here's a live look at the astronauts. Well, I don't believe. I don't think that's. Yeah,
Where's their spacesuit?
The Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
Her hair doesn't really flop around naturally. It's always sticking out kind of rigidly. Maybe they permed it in that position, or perhaps they're hanging her upside down. As she shakes her head from side to side slightly, you can see the hair always springs back to a particular position with respect to her head.
The rapper B.O.B. has started a GoFundMe campaign to buy satellites he can launch into space so that he can prove the Earth is flat. Now, here's my question. If you actually think the Earth is flat, how are you smart enough to set up a GoFundMe page?
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
We can clone your dog. Did your dog die? Don't worry about it. We got the exact replica. Brought to you by Tom Brady. Yes, this Tom Brady. Joe Montana sold underwear for years as he lasted 30, 40, but this good-looking Tom Brady could clone your dog, all for the low price of $3,450. And think about it. The new dog, you know exactly how to feed it this time, and you know exactly how it got diabetes the last time. So you don't have to deal with that with the new Tom Brady dog clone.
What is this shit?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
People who are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected. I got infected about 2 weeks ago. It was my third infection, and I had been vaccinated and boosted a total of 6 times.
We should be very careful about artificial intelligence. If I were to guess at what our biggest existential threat is, it's probably that. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Doesn't work out.
They own everything, the whole goddamn planet. They can do whatever they want. What's wrong with having it good for a change? And they're going to let us have it good if we just help them. They're going to leave us alone, let us make some money. You can have a little taste of that good life, too. Now, I know you want it. Hell, everybody does.
You have a chance.
You have an obligation
to be a part of that decision.
You might think it's not important. You might think you're not important.
But that's not true. And the only way we can prove that to you is by having lots of famous people.
Lots of famous people.
Lots and lots of famous people.
Just a shit ton of famous people.
Repeating how important.
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 Important. Important.
Important.
How important it is. Register.
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 Vote.
I think you should be thanking God that you live in this country.
I was raised to be equal to anyone. I'm so scared to go out in the world next year because I was never a prejudiced person until I'm listening to you.
I am not prejudiced.
Half of the white population does not support KKK.
I feel more prejudiced right now than I've ever felt.
The way they act when we talk, when white people talk.
I think we hear violence.
We have bent over backwards. We have done backflips to make you feel equal.
The violence against a person's mind, the violence against a person's perception of who he or she is, the violence that occurs from depriving a person of wholesome and healthy experiences that motivate and that provide the foundations for their healthy mental, social development as persons. Violence that motivates self-hatred. Violence that motivates alienation from the self and from the other. Violence that destroys initiative, that destroys persistence, that destroys the capacity of a community to organize itself socially and politically to act in its own interests. Violence that motivates many people then to engage in the self-destructive acts of drug addiction and other addictive forms of behavior. This is the most utter and the deepest violence of all. They've hidden the foundational violence, and that is the violence against the black consciousness and the black mind in such a way then that it expresses itself as black-on-black violence.
Can you please tell me why it's blacks who are killing hundreds of thousands of blacks in Rwanda and other places? And can you please tell me why from Haiti, blacks from Haiti are just risking their lives to come here to the United States of America?
Racist.